Okay, could we get a volunteer to lead us in a word of prayer? Okay, we have Bruce. Bruce, unmute.
Let's humble ourselves for a prayer. Loving Father, we want to thank you for this morning. We want to thank you for our lives and the lives of every senior six student in the world, especially those that attend holistic e-learning platform. Father, I want to thank you for the life of our teacher who sacrifices all his time to come and teach us, Father, for our benefit. And we want to thank you for everything that you have been doing for us, Father. This morning we come in your presence, Father, requesting for your mercy and grace, requesting for your knowledge, Father, such that as they teach us, Father, we are able to capture everything that is being taught in our heads and meditate all the time about it, Father. Make us remember all things that we study in order to succeed, for it is our main aim, Father. We proclaim prosperity and success this year. In Jesus' name, I've prayed.
Amen. Thank you so much for the word of prayer, Bruce. I'm going to change this a bit, and I say we shall look at calculus. That is, we are going to look at calculus mainly in our session today. In fact, we are going to look at algebra. We are going to look at algebra, but yes, I think it's going to be algebra, not even. But we are going to look at paper one still in our session today. I might have mixed. So thank you so much for joining this session. So I want you to take a minute to look through this number, read through the number as we start our session. Let me hope my screen is very clear. Hope my screen is clear, members. You can see it. No? Mhm. Oh, okay. Okay. Now, okay. 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 I'm going to enlarge. Let me enlarge on the second one, and then you let me know now. Okay. What about now? Are the words big enough for you to see the first part? Because there are two things. Is it clear? Okay. 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 So can we read through? Hmm. Okay. So they have told us that an investment group runs several projects to raise money for the well-being of its members. Now, when we talk about an investment group, when you do something alone, many times it may take you some time to be able to accomplish your goal. But when you work as a group, you can be able to accomplish a lot of things within a very short period of time. So here we are looking at collaboration. Even you as students, sometimes you may be there in class, there are quite a number of topics you have to read. As an individual, it may take you some good time. But as when you combine efforts with your friends, you may find out that things can be covered within a short period of time because each of you can share an experience, which when you add all those experiences, you can be able to benefit. Now they are telling us that the groups are reviewing the performance of its projects and benefits are offered to its members. Whenever you are in a group, you'll get some benefit. Those who clear their things early, you'll get. Now they're telling us that we have this group that operates a poultry farm. Here, when we talk about poultry farm, we are looking at farms. We are looking at a farm that keeps hens. So here, when it comes to poultry farming, someone may be going into broilers, someone may go into layers, someone may go into broilers, someone may go into local hens. Now it depends. So here they did not specify, but they are telling us that the group operates a poultry farm where its average monthly profit in millions of Uganda shillings after 2 years operation is given by this. Now, this company is making some profit, or this investment group is, so this is our profit. However, they are saying that the group will expand the poultry project. By expansion, they are looking at they will increase maybe on the number of birds they are keeping. If initially they are keeping, let me say, 500 birds and they are getting some profit, it means that if they are to do what? To expand, they need to do something. So they're telling us that they want to expand them. If there is a whole month where the average monthly profit exceeds 2 million. So they want you to find out after how many months will their profit go beyond 2 million. Now, those who have kept birds at home, you will know that birds, for you to start getting profit, let me use layers mainly. When you look at layer birds take about 18 weeks without laying eggs when you have just brought them at home. So mean that all these months you are injecting in money, you are putting in money. So it's after 18 weeks that you receive the first egg, then you will take some 3 to 2 weeks when they are stabilizing, then you will start seeing more eggs around 24 weeks. Now this question is like asking you, after how many months do you think the number of, let me say, in case I'm using eggs as my example, will they be able to start getting a profit? Because in the first weeks when they have just started laying, you are not going to get a lot of profits. But when they reach their peak, let me say 95%, 99%, then you will start getting a lot of profits. Even other market demands also contribute. Now, that is what the item is asking you to do. Now, what do they want us? They have given us the profit or the company is making, and now they want us to know after how many months. T represents the month. So here, mathematically, one of the most important statement you have is here. When the average monthly profit exceeds 2 million. So here, like I've always told you, communicate. That what are you communicating? You are obtaining the month. Obtaining the month, the month when profits exceed exceed 2 million. Now, as you dive deep into this, you always ask yourself, when they talk about exceed, which kind of inequality do we use? Type in the chat. Which type of inequality are you going to use? Oh, greater than. Members are telling me the screen is not clear. I don't know whether that is the case. Can I first stop sharing a bit? Members, first let me know. Is the screen clear? Not. Okay. Okay, greater than, which is good. It, Okay, people are telling me it is clear. Yes, I've removed the screen. I've removed the screen, but let me first put it back because I was getting feedback that the screen is not clear. So I wanted to, yes. So members, let me know again as we start because, okay, it is clear. It's clear. Okay. So now here we are going to come and say now our profit P of T must be greater than our 2 million. So what are we going to do? Since we have our profit function, we are going to come and write and say now 2t squared plus 7t plus 1 out of t squared plus 3t plus 2 is greater than 2. Now, when you look at this equation, this is it is a quadratic inequality. So when you are solving it, please and please solve it not in the other way of just crossing. Take your step by step. And like I've told that whenever you are dealing with a quadratic inequality and whatever, first ensure that whatever you have on your right hand side is a zero. So I'm going to first write this in form of 2t squared plus 7t plus 1 out of t squared plus 3t plus 2 minus 2 is greater than 0. So we have taken the to this side. Now what next is we are going to obtain our LCM. Remember, this is like out of 1. So when you look at our LCM, it's going to be t squared plus 3t plus 2. So what are you going to do? Now, when you get this particular thing, when you get this and divide it by this, you'll get 1. So meaning that the whole of this is going to come back. So I'm going to have here up, I'll have 2t squared plus 7t plus 1. Then I'm going to get this by this. So I'll get this. Then I multiply here. So now I'll have here minus 2 into t squared plus 3t plus a 2. And this one is going to be greater than 0. Members, are we on the same page with that? Is that step fine to everyone? Are we good there? Okay. So after obtaining that, what are we going to do? We are going to open our brackets. So here we shall have our 2t squared plus 7t plus 1 minus, when you open, we shall have 2t squared minus 6t minus 4, everything out of t squared plus 3t plus 2 is greater than 0. So you collect your like terms. So when you collect your like terms, what are you noticing? You are noticing that this and this are the same. 2t squared minus 2t squared, which gives us a 0. So you have 7t minus 6t, which is going to be t. Then you have 1 minus 4, which will give us a negative 3. So what does it mean? It means that up here, we shall remain with our t minus 3 out of t squared plus 3t plus 2 is greater than 0. Now, that is the inequality equation we are remaining with. Now, after obtaining that, we continue. So, what shall we have? We are going to have t minus 3 out of t squared plus 3t plus 2 is greater than 0. So, what are you going to do? When you look at what we have in the denominator, you ask yourself, can it be factorized? If yes, then you factorize it. So when you look at it, t squared plus 3t plus 2, you can factorize it because your a is 1, your b is 3, and your c is equal to 2. So when you look at your sum, our sum is equal to 3. When you look at our product will equal to 2. So any two digits you multiply, you get 2 is 1 and 2. When you add 1 plus 2, you get 3. So mean that here you can factorize it and get t squared plus our 2t plus our t plus the 2. So you are going to pair and you'll have t into t plus 2, then plus 1 into t plus our 2. So in factorized form, we shall have our t plus 1 into t plus 2. There are some quadratic functions you'll find that you cannot factorize. So those ones, you leave them the way they are. So where there is t squared plus 3t here, we shall replace with this. So we shall have t minus 3 out of t plus 1, and then we shall have t plus 2 is greater than 0. Now, after obtaining this, you are going to go on and get your critical values. So our critical values, what we do, we come on the numerator and the denominator, we equate to 0. So you shall have t minus 3 is equal to 0. So t is equal to 3. When you come down, we shall have t plus 1 is equal to 0. So your t will equal to negative 1. Then you'll have t plus 2 equals to 0, so your t will equal to negative 2. Now, I always advise that after getting these critical values, what you do, look at how your number line is. What is our number line? Place these values the way they would appear on the number line. That on the number line, you'll have negative 1. On the number line, you'll have negative 2 this side. On the number line, you are going to have what? You are going to have 3. What does it mean? It means that our graph is going to have 3 regions. The behavior of this curve, because when you look at this, this is a curve. So the behavior of this curve, how will it look like? How is it going to behave in the different what? In the different regions. So when you look at it here, you'll notice that when this graph is going to have a region less than this side. Then it's going to have a region between negative 2 and negative 1, between negative 1 and 3, and above 3. So around here, this is so t is going to be less than negative 2. In between is going to be negative 2 less than t less than negative 1. Here it will be negative 1 less than t less than 3. Then here it's going to be t greater than 3. So meaning that now we are going to draw our table, and in our table we shall have all those regions. So we are going to have a region whereby our t is less than negative 2. We are going to have a region where we have negative 2 less than 2 less than negative 1. Then we shall have negative 1 less than t less than 3. And then we shall have our t greater than 3. Remember, t stands for the math. So when you see less than negative, this one means maybe that was before the person started the project. So here we shall come back here that we had our t minus 3. That was the first term we had. Then we had our t plus 1. We had our t plus 2. Now, if you want here, you could put them at a go. There is no problem to minimize on your table. If you want, that is very okay. That is very, very okay. We don't have any problem. Then you could have here now t plus 1, t plus 2, and then the last one is going to be a combination. Oh, so the first, sorry. Okay, yeah, that is it. Then you're going to have t minus 3 out of t plus 1, and then t plus 2. I've said that for these ones, someone who wants could combine them. There is no problem. Now, what you do for this first month here, you're going to pick a value that is less than negative 2. Take an example, you pick negative 3, negative 5, you place in here. Any value that is less than negative 2, or any value that is on the left of negative 2, that is the value you pick. So in case you pick any value, let me say a negative 10, you'll get a negative here. When you come between negative 2 and negative 1, here you could pick a value like negative 1.5. When you place it here, you get a negative. Between -1 and 3, you could pick a value like 0 is in between, you'll get a negative. Above 3, like 10, when you place here, you'll get a positive value. So when you pick a negative value, like -10 plus 1 gives you a negative. When you pick -1.5 plus 1, you'll also get a negative. When you get negative, here you put 0, you get a positive, and you'll get a positive. When you pick any value less than -2, like -10, you get negative. -1.5, here you'll get a positive. 0, you'll get a positive. You'll get a positive. Now, what are you going to do? You have to multiply these two. So when we multiply negative times the negative is a positive. Negative times the positive is the negative. Positive times the positive is positive. Positive times the positive is positive. Then we go to the next one. The next one, we are having this divided by this. So a negative divided by a positive, you'll get a negative. Negative divided by negative is positive. Negative divided by positive is negative. Positive divided by positive is positive. So what are you going to do? Remember, when you look at our region, we are looking at a region greater than 0. Now, when we are looking at the region greater than 0, it is here. So what region is that? It is a region here and a region here. So you have two regions. You have -2, less than t, less than -1, and also you have a region greater than 3. But since we are talking about months here, it means that now one of the regions cannot qualify. So these regions here, they are not going to qualify. Now here, those months, those are the months when he was not operating in a poultry farm, meaning that he still had his profit in his bag. So here, where t is greater than 3, it is also a positive region. So now this is what we are going to take. But when you go back to the scenario, because you need to understand what did the scenario say. They say that the group will expand the poultry project if there is a whole month when the average monthly profit exceeds 2 million. So when you look here, exceeds, this is greater than 3. It means that the company will start to get profits after 3 months. So after 3 months, it means that for it to start getting more than 2 million, it will come after 3 months because this t is greater than 3. So for such a case, it means that when you are concluding, you'll say that the time when the company will start exceeding, it must be greater than or equal to 4 months. So that means to be in the 4th month, 5th month, 6th month, and so on. So that's how now you're going to conclude that the month when the company will start realizing 2 million and above will be at the 4th month, 5th month, 6th month. Because the month can't be in the middle, that's why we will use whole numbers. Members, are we on the same page? In case you have a question, kindly you may ask. Same page, okay. Christine? Christine? Okay, Christine is not unmuting. Anne?
Wanje,
Yes, ask.
I wanted you to repeat that part of the number line.
The number line. Now, like
Yeah, I
when you
wanted
look
you
at
to repeat that part.
these values, let me say, Christine, you have got let me say you have 1, you have maybe -3, and maybe you have 4. Now, I have 3 positions here. I have A, I have B, and I have C. Where are you going? This is my, where are you, which number are you going to place at A, Christine?
At A,
This is your number
it's
line.
1. 1.
Look at the numbers. Remember when you are placing your numbers on a number line as 0,
Mhm.
-1, -2, -3. 1, 2, 3, like that. So when you are placing
Mm.
them on a number line, look at how the number line looks like. And then you
Mm.
place them accordingly. So which number are you going to place at A?
It's -3.
-3. At B?
At B, it's 1.
It's 1. At C?
4.
It's going to be 4. Now, which number do you think is going to come after -3? This side on the
It's
left.
-4.
-4, -5. Now, all these numbers that are this side are less than. So that one you say, in case you are using x, you say x is less than -3. Now, when you look at -3 and 1, these ones are in between. So you say -3 less than x less than 1. When you look at B to C, that is 1 less than x less than 4. Now, these numbers that come after 4 are numbers that are greater than. So you say x is greater than 4. Now, in case those are the values you had obtained for critical points, now these are the regions you are going to be putting. Understood?
Yes, thank you.
Okay.
Good
Julie?
morning, teacher.
Yes, good morning.
Good morning, teacher.
Morning.
Teacher, my question is in that table, like that part of -2 greater than t greater than -1. I want you to help me. How did you get that final sign of a positive?
Are you saying this is -2 and -1? Now, in between here, you have like -1.1, -1.2, -1.5, and the rest. Did you understand
Yes.
how we got this negative, negative, positive, and these ones, right?
Yes, those ones I understood, but coming up with a final of a plus, like I'm not seeing how it comes about.
Now, our function is t minus 3, not so?
Yes.
Which sign did we get for that? For t
T
minus
minus
3.
3 then.
Look here.
I'm
It
not
is here.
understanding.
Like when you look at this column, look at this column here. You are noticing that t minus 3, we got a negative, right? Then
Yes.
you notice that t plus 1, t plus 2, we also got a negative. Are you seeing this?
Yes.
So you are having, up you have negative, divide by negative. So negative divide by negative, what do you get?
A positive.
A positive. So that's how we came up with this positive.
Okay, thank you, teacher.
Okay. Yes, Julie, and then,
Good morning, sir.
yes, good morning.
Like teacher, I failed to understand the question. How did we know that we should carry out that? I thought that when they said the average amount, I thought that maybe we're going to integrate and get the average.
Oh, now when it comes to integration, integration mainly deals with area. When you are looking at integration, integration will come when there is an aspect of area, like when something is accumulating. If here they were looking at the amount of money this person would have accumulated after 2 months, then that's when you bring in those ideas of integration.
Okay.
Hmm.
Okay.
Hey.
Again, another question. Teacher, like
Hmm.
when I was working out this table, at
Hmm.
first I used like t minus 3. I got the
Hmm.
answer. Then I exchanged like 3 minus t. I got different answers.
Oh, now t minus 3 and 3 minus t are different things. The question had t minus 3. So you cannot have the same thing. So no, don't exchange. If you are to exchange, it may be when you write -3 plus t. Maybe this is what you wanted to write.
Okay. Thank you, sir.
Now, this one will be the same as this, but not this. Okay. Lastly, Dale.
Excuse me, sir.
Yes.
Good morning.
Morning.
Like this, on this part of factorization,
Yes.
Is there any way, like, any method which we can use except factorization method?
No, here it is factorization that will work for you. Because when you use bulldozer, you are solving something. So learn how to factorize this quadratic.
Thank you, sir.
Another person would, okay, no, let me not teach you that part, but it is okay. Okay, so now we are going to continue to part B. Now, someone was asking about the conclusion is, like when you look at the value of t is greater than 3. Now, they were asking you that when you let me say, for you to be, when they tell us t is greater than 3, it means that here, for someone to be able to get the answer here for 3, it is above 3. Above 3 means 3.1, 3.2, 3.3, and the rest of that. But since they told us a whole math, it means that the math that comes after 3 is 4, 5, 6, and the rest of that. So in order for this farmer to be able to realize 2 million, the value should be 4, not 3, because this is greater than 3. Greater than 3 means above 3. So above 3, a whole math that comes after 3 is 4. So when you come here and you substitute, you say 2 into 4 squared plus 7 times 4 plus 1 out of 4 squared plus 3 times 4 plus 2. When you punch it into your calc, you will note that if you put 4, this farmer will be able to get an amount that is above 4. So here I'll get 61 up. When I go down, in case it is 4, you are going to note that here it is out of 30. So 61 divided by 30, the person will get 2.033, which would be in million. So that's why I'm saying that here, you need to reason that it's not 3, but the whole math that comes after, it's going to be 4. Because when you punch in 3 here, let me say you put in 3, you'll get 2 times 3 squared plus 7 times 3, then plus 1. Up, you'll have something like 40 divided by now 3 squared plus 3 times 3 plus 2, which gives you a 20 here. Now here, you notice that 40 divided by 20 is 2. But they told that where the profit exceeds 2 million, this is when it is 3, it is exactly 2 million. But we want when it is above 2 million. So above 2 million, the whole month, when it is going to be above 2 million, it will come after at the 4th month. Members, have we understood? Is that clear now? Uh-huh. Okay. Okay. So we are good now to continue. So we are going to continue. Now, I want to request you that please avoid these things of dividing, because I know some of you, when you reach here, you'll, let me just put here 4 out of t, then greater than 2. Some of you have this tendency, just multiply here by t. So this is 4t greater than 2t, and then you come, this is 4t minus 2t greater than 0. Then you say 2t is greater than 0, and then you get your answer. Avoid this kind of math of just multiplying both sides. Do the right, it is correct math, but it requires a lot of reasoning. Number 2, your final output. Now, for a person who goes on, let me say, like I know what some of you would have done. You would have come and did something like this, and then you come this side, you do something like this, like this, then you get 2t squared plus 7t plus 1 is greater than now 2t squared plus 6t plus 4. Then you say now this and this are going to cancel. 7t minus 6t is t. This one becomes minus 3 greater than 0. And then you say t is greater than 3. Now, when you look at t is greater than 3, then you say now your answer is 4. Yes, I want to let you know that this is also true. But when it comes to when it comes to analysis, here you are not going to get answers. Why? Because when you look at, you know that in business, you can have, in one month you can get a profit, in another month you may not get a profit. Now, when you look at this output here, members, this is what someone has got as this output. When you look at that, that is a linear curve. That is a linear curve, like it is a line, meaning that this person is getting profit throughout. Every time profit, 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 it does not make a loss. But when you look at what we have obtained here as our final expression here, this one shows you, because these are curves, you know those curves we have been drawing, curves of this nature. Now this one shows you that in a business, things are not always, it's not always that sometimes you'll get a profit, sometimes things may not come out. So now, please and please avoid things of just getting. Now, you cannot that here it was an indicator that here you were in losses, that things were not working out. Between 0 and 3 months, you were in losses because you are injecting. So please do the right analysis. Do the right analysis. Avoid just crossing to get the answer. Good to go now? Are we good to go? Okay, I think we can now proceed. Okay, then we have the second one here. They told us that the group also operates a solar phone charging booth where the number of phones charged per day after 2 days of operation is given by this. The group will carry out a safety inspection on the day when the booth charges exactly 45. Now, when they say exactly, it means that is unequal. So here, what do they want us to do? They want us that if this occurs within the first 5 days of operation, the battery must be replaced immediately because it is degrading too quickly. Now, like some of us, you have bought your phone, you keep charging, but you find that after 2 hours, the battery is, your phone is down. Why? Because your battery is not working. But what always brings the problem? Many times, what brings the problem is us, the users, we don't know how to use these gadgets. Take an example. Whenever you are charging and your battery is at 100, you may find someone still leaving it on charge. That one spoils the battery. You may find someone is charging while using their phone. That one also spoils the battery. You'll find someone using his battery, but the battery goes below 10%. That one also spoils the what? The battery. You may find someone who leaves his phone to reach 100. Also, that one spoils the what? The battery. Now, that's why all those things you find ourselves that are spoiling our batteries. So make sure that as you use some of these gadgets, you look at how you can keep them for a longer period of what? Period of time. So some of those things we do are the ones that bring things concerning spoiling the battery. Now here, what have they given us? They have told us that the group will carry out an inspection on the day when the booth exactly has 45 phones. Remember, N stands for the number of phones. So we shall say that the number of phones will be given by what? 45. But we don't know when will that be. So what are we going to do? Where there is N is where we are going to put the 45. So I'm going to come and say 45 is equal to 4 into t plus 1 minus 6 into 2t plus then the 5. So here they are indirectly asking you to solve. Now, whenever you are dealing with indices, sometimes they give you a hint indirectly. Now, this is the hint that whatever you have, are you able to express it in this format? So I'm going to start with the 4, that we can write 4 in form of 2 power 2. Then here we have t plus 1 minus 6 into 2 power t, then plus 5, and this side you have 45. So here we shall have 45 equals to 2. When you open the brackets, we shall have 2t, then plus 2, minus 6 into 2t, then plus 5. Now, your target should always be, can I have the 2 power t? So when you continue, this one can be 45 equaling to 2t times 2 power 2. Because you know very well that from your knowledge of indices, numbers of the same bases, I can add the power. So this is going to be 2 power t, then plus 5. So this is going to be 45 is equal to, now you write this in form of this. So in case I'm trying it, I'll write it as 2 power t, then everything squared. Then 2 power t is 4 minus 6 into 2t, then plus 5. Now once you reach here, this is where you can let and say, let my maybe y be 2 to power t. So where there is 2 power t, you put y. So we shall have 45 equals to y squared times 4 minus 6 times y, then plus the 5. So this is going to be 45 equaling to 4y squared minus 6y plus 5. So you collect like terms, take the 45 the other side. So we shall have y is equal to 4y squared minus 6y plus 5 minus 45, which will give us a 4y squared minus 6y minus 40, and this is equal to 0. Like I've always told you, show step by step. Do not jump because you are not sure which step are they going to put that score. And let your work flow logically. When you are writing, I want you always to write vertically. The way you see I'm writing, write vertically. Don't write side by side. So from there, I will say now we have our 4y squared minus our 6y minus the 40 equals to 0. Now at this step, feel free to use any approach you want. The moment you notice that is equal to 0, always use any approach you want. But if you find that it is an inequality, then you think twice, because there your bulldozer does not work. So you need to think twice in case you find that it is not equal sign. So here, depending on what you want, but still allow me that I use factorization for y because I want you to master how to use factorization. In case you are going to use completing squares, you first ensure that this 4 has gone away. So here our a is 4, our b is 6, negative 6, and our c is negative 40. Now here to get your sum is equal to negative 6. Then the product here becomes 4 times negative 40 because your product is a SC. So you ask yourself, what is going to be my product? 40 times negative 40. So here it is negative 160. Then you ask yourself, are there any 2 digits which when this is negative 160. Are there any 2 digits which when I multiply I get negative 160, I add I get negative 6? Then you ask, which values are those? You can note that you can have, let me say you can have negative 16 and then you can have 10. When you multiply, you get negative 6. When you add, you get negative 6. So we shall have now 4y squared minus 16y plus 10y minus 40 is equal to 0. So you come, you pair, so you shall have 4y into y minus 4, then plus. So here we shall have our 10 into y minus 4 equals to 0. So here we shall have 4y plus 10, and then we shall have y minus 4 equals to 0. So either 4y plus 10 is equal to 0, so 4y is equal to negative 10, and your y is equal to negative 10 out of 4, which you can reduce to negative. That is what 10 divided by 4, which you can reduce to negative 5 out of 2. Or we can have y minus 4 is equal to 0, so your y is equal to 4. Now you start reasoning out. What are we looking out for? We are looking out for time. So you go back. What did we say? We say that 2 to the power t is equal to y. So for the first one, you will notice that this is 2 to the power t. When you are to equate to negative 5 out of 2, you notice that things may not be good, because even if you introduce in log, your log will be negative. So that means that this one is not going to yield anything. Then when you have 2t is equal to 4, then here you could either say this is 2 to the power t is equal to 2 power 2, and numbers of the same bases, you can equate the power. So your t is equal to 2. Alternatively, someone could say that instead of 2 to the power 4, introduce log. So you say log of 2 power t is equal to log of 4. Then you drop, you set t now, log of 2 is equal to log of 4. So your t will equal to log of 4 divided by log of 2. So when you place your calc, you still get your answer as 2. So here it is okay because it was easy for you to simplify. Here, in case you find here next time, you may find 10, 15, then there you introduce log on both sides. Then when you go back to the item told us that if this occurs within the first 5 days, first 5 days, you have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So when you look at the answer, you notice that it occurred on the second day, meaning that now you are going to make your decision and conclusion basing on what you have got. So since that 2 lies within the first 5 days, then what is going to happen? The battery must be replaced immediately because it is degrading too quickly. So that is what you need to do, because now they will need to carry out an inspection. So members, let me know whether we are on the same page. Are we together up to that point? Is there any question or we are good to go? Okay. Yes, Manuela?
The previous slide to take a screenshot.
Here?
Yes, it's fine now.
Okay. Okay. Then we had the third part. They told us that the group has also formed a circle to encourage saving among its members. The circle offers an annual compound interest at a rate of 5%. Now, here there are things you need to understand. Number one, what we call compounding. This word is very key. Here they are telling you that your interest rate is compounding. Compounding means that it keeps on. Eh, eh. So you need to understand the word compounding because it's going to be very, very key. Sometimes our behaviors also compound depending on the person and what you do always. So when we talk about here compounding, you look at the interest the person gets, and then that interest is the one that is compounding. So when we continue, they told us that one member deposits 200 at the beginning of each year for 5 years. The group will give a member a token of appreciation if the total amount accumulated at the end of the 5th year exceeds 5 million. So here, what do you need to know about the compounding effect? Now, compounding effect, I think you may have heard about compounding effect. You need to know what happens when something is compounding. And those who are going to be opening up bank accounts, or those who have opened up a bank account, in case you ever meet a bank that gives a compound interest, that is the best. Why? Because for you, your amount is going to keep doubling. In real life, when we talk about compounding effect, what do we mean? It is that principle whereby a small consistent action or any choice you make over time, it will create an exponential result. That whatever thing you are doing, over time, it will yield. Now, like you are waking up in the morning, you are putting in the effort to read and like that. Now, the first day, it may have been very hard for you to wake up. Second day, things started becoming a bit easy. Now, as we have gone into up to the, you find yourself that you can now automatically wake up yourself. And then you are also going to start noticing that at least your results are going to keep on improving. That those small consistent actions you take will add up, and then over time you'll start benefiting. However, that is in the positive direction. It can as well come in the negative direction. In the negative direction, take an example. You are this person who always, when you are going to bed, you are always with the phone, day 1, day 2, day 3, day 4. You will notice that you are going to start getting used to that action. So before you know it, you'll find its effect affecting you at the end of that day. So that is what you call compounding in real life. Now, what do you need to know? They have told us that here there are 5 years: first, second, third, fourth, and fifth. What is very unique, that this person deposits 200,000 every year. So that means that here, every year, 200,000 is constant. Every year, it is constant. It is constant. And what happens, that one member deposits 200 at the beginning of each year for 5 years. The group will give up for if the total amount accumulated at the end of the 5th year exceeds 5 million. Now you are going to ask yourself, what is the interest rate given to this person? So you'll come and say, how do you obtain interest? Interest is always given by the principal times the rate times the time out of 100. So that means that the principal is what you start with. So it is 200,000 times your rate, which is 5, times the time. Now for the first year, divide by 100. So what shall we have? It will be now 200,000 times 5 out of 100. So when you look at the interest that they are giving to this person, is going to be 10,000. So this person is given 10,000 as the interest. And this is one reason why people don't want to keep their money in banks, in some banks. Why? Like, it is okay to keep your money in the bank, but what are you getting from the bank? Because whenever you keep your money on your account, when the bank is giving you 5%, at the end of the year, you are not making a lot of profits. So that's why now people have become very wise. They no longer have a saving accounts, but instead they open up things like unit trust, they get things like bonds and the rest of that. So they venture into things that are going to be giving them profits every after a given year. Now, what does it mean? What amount will this person have at the end of the first day at the end of the first year? So meaning that the amount this person is going to have is going to be principal plus your interest. So it's going to be your 200,000 that you deposited plus the 10,000. So what shall we have? We shall have two. When you add your 200,000 plus that, what are you going to have? You are going to have your answers 210,000. Now, this is the amount it's going to have in the first year. Now, what am I trying to bring to your attention? I want you to understand how you are going to work out this. At the end of the first year, this is what you are going to have. What about at the end of the second year? Remember, if it is compound interest, where you stopped is where you start from. That is the principle. Now, what are you going to know? Because the rate is constant throughout, you'll need to know that your interest is going to keep on multiplying. Now, if I may ask in the chat, which kind of progression do you think we are going to get? I'm happy Melissa has told us about capital markets. That is very good, Melissa. Yes. Okay. Members are saying this is a GP, which is very, very good. Now, what are you going to notice? I want to write here that amount is going to be principal plus your interest. Now, from what I have showed you here, you notice that this is going to be principal plus what is your I? Your I is the interest, which is P RT divided by 100. Now, for our case, we shall have principal plus our principal times the rate, which is 5, times our time. Now, for the first year, it's going to be it is going to be 1 out of 100. So here we shall have P plus 5P out of 100, which is going to be now P plus 5 divided by 100 is going to be 0.050p. So at the end of the first year, when you have 0.5 plus that, you end up with 1.050p. This is for first year. Members, I want you to take note. Then when you look at the second year, what is going to happen in the second year? Now, the second year, remember we start from here. So what shall we have? We shall have this amount, then we have plus our interest. But here now, our time is going to be the two years. Now, you need to be very, very careful when you are calculating, for your what? For your year. So still it will be your principal, which is going to be 1.705p, then times your rate, which is the 5%, then times your time, which is now 2. Okay. Could you give me a minute? Just give me a minute. Hmm. Okay. I see a hand from Julie. Julie, what were you saying? Okay. 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 Now for the second year, if we are using the compound interest, it means that for the second year, you'll have, because here now, please take note. That's where, because this person is depositing at the same amount for the second year, still is going to deposit his what? His 200,000, then plus what he had the other year. That's now what he's going to be having. Okay, let me pick a hand from JK. JK, JK, unmute.
Yes, for me, what I was asking is that the formula we use there, for me, like they said, compound interest. Don't we use the other formula of saying that amount is equal to ASMA principal is equal to amount
Yes.
into bracket 1 minus n power n?
Yeah, it is the one we use. It is the one I'm using here indirectly. So,
Okay.
it is the one you are using. 1 plus. This is the one you are saying.
Yes, I'm saying that one. It's
Yes,
the
it is
same.
the one yes, it is the same we are using. So here it's when it is combined.
Mm,
So here is when you are calculating step by step, but here it is combined. So that's where we are heading.
okay, sir. Thank you.
Okay. Now we go to the second year. Now I'm still showing you. So the second year, still allow me now to use the formula. It will be 1 plus your rate out of 100 power n. Now, what do you have? Your principal still is 200,000 into 1 plus your rate, which is 5 out of 100. Then your N is second year. So what are you going to have? We shall have 200,000 into, when you check in the brackets, we shall have 5 divided by 100, then plus 1. What are you going to have? We shall have 1.05 squared. This is for the second year. What about third year? Now, third year, still, your principal is 200. That is the initial amount you are depositing. Then plus 1, plus still 5 out of 100, but now you are in third year. So, I want you to take note. This is going to be 200,000 into 1.05 power 3. Now, what is the most important thing? That you have first, you have second, you have third, you have fourth year, and fifth year. Now, what I wanted to bring to your attention, that for the first year, our initial deposit was 210,000 here. 210,000. When it went to the second year, our amount was 200,000 into 1.05 squared. When it came to the third year, it was 200,000 into 1.05 power 3. When it came to the fourth year, it's going to be 200,000 because he kept depositing 200,000 power what? Power 4. In the fifth year, it's going to be 200,000 into 1.05 power 5. That is for the fifth year. What are you not seeing? You are not seeing that here you didn't have the other 200,000. So what is going to happen? That from here onwards, that's where our GP is going to work. So meaning that you are going to have 210,000 plus, when you check here, 200,000 is common. So I'm going to say 200,000 into 1.05 squared plus 1.05 power 3 plus, I can put it there, no problem, 1.05 power 4, then plus 1.05 power 5. Now, when you check out here and you divide, you can note that 1.05 divided by 1.05, 3 and 2, you get 1.05. When you check out any two consecutive, you find that the ratio is the same. Now, you find that the ratio is the same. So what does it mean? So it means that now that is what makes it to qualify to be called a GP. So that's why people are saying it is a GP. So that's why people are saying it is a GP. So now after you getting this, then you are going to write this in form of a GP. And when you look at this, that means that you are going to obtain the sum of a GP. Now, when you look at our sum, you need to be very careful. Here, I did this to show you because I wanted to show you what is your A. A is the starting amount. And now here, where many of you were going to make a mistake is where you were going to start with 200,000 as your starting amount. Because starting amount is what he deposited, but it was not the total amount he had at the beginning of the year. So please, that is what I wanted you to take note of. In other words, I didn't want you to come and say that you are going to have 200,000 and then inside here you say 1.05, then you say 1.05 power 2, then plus 1.05 power 3 plus. Here, many of you were going to just say that your A, the amount that you had was going to be 200,000. Yet, the amount the person started with at the end of the first year was 210,000. So that was something unique here. So what does it mean? Now, this one being a GP, we shall come and say from our GP, we shall have A into Rn minus 1 divided by R minus 1. We say that whenever your ratio is above a 1, always we start with R minus 1. So here our ratio is 1.05. 5. So now we shall come and say this is 210,000. Then what is our R? R is 1.05, and this is going to be power, our N, which is 5 minus 1 out of 1.05 minus 1. So you end up with 210,000 into 1.05 power 5 minus 1, everything divided by 0.05, I think. Then you place your calc. You place your calc and then get the answer. So 1.05 power 5 minus 1 times 210,000 divided by 0.05. So here on my calc, I'm getting 1160382.563. And that is the amount he had. Members, are we on the same page? Yes, Cliff? Yes, Cliff?
Yes, good morning, sir.
Yes, good morning.
I wanted to ask, sir, why have we used the GP? I thought such numbers, they are always for AP.
No, AP is when the difference is the same. But here, when you look at it, when you look in between, you notice that 1.05 power 3 divided by 1.05 power 2, you get 1.05. When you get this and this, you get 1.05. Now, when it comes to GPs, like when it comes to compound interest, like in case the first year you had 200,000 as your money, the next year your money keeps on accumulating. Let me say you get 300,000. Here, the money is not constant. They don't give you a constant thing. Like the money keeps on accumulating based on what you remain with. Now, AP is when you have a simple interest, whereby the interest is the same throughout all the years. Compound interest, they base on amount you remained with at the first year to use it as your principal, then you continue with the next year.
Now, sir,
Yes.
implying that you must first test before you do.
Exactly. Exactly.
Okay, thank you, sir.
Okay. Julie, and then lastly, Baswali. Members, let me hope you have got a difference here. Yes?
Okay, teacher, for me, I used the same formula like yours, but my A was 200,000.
Now, that is,
But I multiplied it times R because I got this formula from somewhere which says that when they say at the money accumulated at the end of the year, you multiply times R. But if they don't say at the end of the year, you don't multiply times R. But
where do you multiply R?
When they say the amount accumulated maybe at the end of the year.
Okay, like where did you multiply R? If you use 200.
I multiplied it in that formula of SN. After that formula, I multiplied times R.
You multiplied everything here by R, eh?
Yes.
After using, but here you started with 200.
Yes.
And you got the same answer.
Yes. So I was asking if it is correct.
Yes. But, okay, I would say it is okay, but you need to know how it comes about, which mathematics is behind. But the math comes from here. Because when you write it mathematically like this, that you have started from with the 200,000, how did you write your GP? Because also this statement is awarded a mark. How did you write it?
The GP also, it's generated like that.
Oh, so you got your 210?
Yes. But my
Then
210 was the second value. Then I got 220.
Oh, come again. Your first one was?
Was 200,000.
Uh-huh.
Then followed by 210.
Mm-hmm.
Then 220, 500.
So something like that.
Yes.
Now, here, the only issue would be that here, this is like 0 year. For you, I've counted 1 and 2 years. But it is okay mathematically, it's correct.
Okay. Thank you, sir.
Okay. Baswali,
Good morning, teacher.
morning.
Teacher, I've not understood very well for our first term.
Like, remember, Baswali, I hope you have been around because I started from this side.
Yes.
Yes. When the year is starting, you have put 200,000 on your account. Now, at the end, when the year ends, they are giving you 5% interest rate. So that's why you could say amount at the end of the first year will be this. Are you seeing this?
Yes.
So your principal is 200,000 into 1 plus you 5 out of 100. So the amount you get is 210,000. What I want you not to put is to start with the 200,000 because that was the initial deposit, but it's not the amount the person had on his account at the end of the first year.
So teacher,
Yes.
our first term is always counted after the end when the year
At
is
the
ending.
end. Yes.
Okay, not what he puts in initially.
Aha. Yes.
Okay, thank you, teacher.
Okay. So here they told that the group will give a member a token of appreciation if the total amount accumulated at the end of the 5th year exceeds 5 million. Now, when you look at what we have obtained, the amount does not exceed that amount. So here you'll make your conclusion and say that since your
Morning,
1.1603, yes, morning.
Master. What if I use another method?
Okay, which method you could take us through?
There where you put I put PA brackets, big brackets, R to power n minus 1 out of R minus 1.
You say PA into?
Big brackets, R to power n minus 1 out of R minus 1. Close the brackets.
Aren't you talking about this formula? Yes? As if that's the formula you're giving me. Frank, is it different from that?
Master, I saw you use the carry. It's like the same, but you used they never put P.
No, P is here. P is principal. What is PA?
P is this amount for the first year.
Yes, which is A here.
Okay, Master.
Okay. Okay, so allow me that we proceed to another number. Okay, so we are going to Infinix, unmute.
Good morning, teacher.
Yes, morning.
Teacher, you have said that for compound interest, where you stop is where you start from.
Yes.
Now, why can't you for the second year, why can't you use 210,000 as the principal?
As the principal. Now, the reason why, because this person, when he was depositing, he used to put 200,000 every at the beginning of the year. But his amount he's going to have, because here, according to the way the bank was, the way he was depositing, he was putting a constant amount. of 200,000 every year. But when the bank is calculating his total amount with his profits, they, like in here, they add the profit he got in the first year and then the second year. Here, the 200, it means the amount he was depositing at the beginning of every year. That is the 200. The amount he started with in the second year. But it does not represent how much he had on his account. So here we are not obtaining the amount he had at the what? We are not looking at the amount he had on his account after the 2 years. We are looking at the amount he had at the end of that year. But if you do it manually, are you seeing this manual approach? Where? Are you seeing this manual approach? If you do it in a manual approach, you will come up with the same. Okay. Hope you have got. Yes.
Now, what if they had asked for the amount that he gets after 2 years? Is that the principle that you use?
Yes. If they had just told you that that this person has deposited this and this, yeah, you do it like that. Okay. Alternatively, you could do it in the manual way. You find how much he had and then you keep on. Like for compound interest, what you remain with is what they start on with. Given that you don't withdraw. Okay. So we go to the second number. Okay. So we go to the second number. So they have told us that Keene Industrial Manufacturing Complex consists of two major production units, a metal fabrication section and a shoe manufacturing section. In the metal fabrication section, a worker is designing an open-top storage box from a rectangular sheet of metal measuring 4800 and this. Equal squares of side x centimeters are cut from each of the four corners, and the remaining edges are folded upwards to form the sides of the box. The resulting box is intended to store finished products from the factory. So can you first read through and then you put for me in the chat which topics, which applications are you seeing in that question? So put in the chat. Put in the chat. Because when you know the topic, the approach becomes easy for you. You know where you to be easy. To know where you are going to start from. People are telling me it is GP. Oh, no, I think I'm opening something different. Okay, there is differentiation, differential equations. Okay, very good. Now, when you meet such numbers, what you do, I want to learn to come up with a sketch such that you look at how something looks like. So I'm going to first look at the rectangular sheet of metal. You know a rectangle. This is how I wanted you to look at it in this form. Look at it very well. That this is your rectangular sheet of metal. They are cutting. After cutting, what do you remain with? Followed the pieces, and then you have a complete. So look at it very well, and then I want you to check out whether it is very, very clear. Members, let me know in the chat whether now you have been able to visualize and we are good to go. Are we good to go? Have you been able to visualize it now? Yes, good to go. So if you want, even you could try it at home. For you, what you do, you could get your piece of paper, cut here, cut here, cut here, cut here. Then fold it. You'll find yourself getting a box of that nature. Now, what was very important is for you to know that the height for this box was equivalent to x. That was the most important thing, that the moment you fold, the heights for this box are equal to x. But also you needed to know that if this is x and this is x, then this distance that remains, it will be x plus x, which is 2x. So what remains here is going to be 130 minus 2x. Similarly, this side, that this is x plus x, which is 2x. So what remains here is going to be 4800 minus 2x. That is what I wanted you to bring to your attention. Now, when you look at our box here, members, you need to get its volume, because they are looking at the space that is being occupied. This company is manufacturing shoes, but you want to know how many shoes can you place there inside. Now, for you to be able to do that, it means that they are indirectly asking you to obtain the volume. Volume is that space that is being occupied. If I may ask, now, how are we going to obtain the volume? So you know that in order for you to get the volume of this open box, you need to know how to obtain it. Yes, Cliff. Oh, who wants to take us through? Okay. Yes, Baswali.
We all know that volume is equal to length times width times height.
Okay.
Now our length is equal to 4,800 minus 2x times our width, which is equal to 1,300 minus 2x times our height, which is x. So we first open these first two brackets. So we shall have 4. We shall have 4,800 into 1,300 minus 2x, then minus 2x minus 2x into 1,300 minus 2x. So we shall multiply there. And our answer will be 6,240,000. then minus 9,600, then minus 2,600, then plus 4x. So we shall have 6,240,000 minus 12,200 x plus 4x squared. So we shall substitute in the volume. So our volume will be equal to 6,240,000 minus 12,200x plus 4x squared. We put the whole content into a bracket, then times our x. So our volume will be equal to 4x cubed minus 2,200x squared, then plus 6,240,000 x. So that is our volume, but we know that for maximum or minimum, our dv, dx is always 0, so we shall have to differentiate.
Yeah. Okay.
So our dv dx
Okay. Allow me to first write it here.
Okay, teacher.
Wait. Okay. I think that's the one. We can continue.
Our dv
Is
dx
that
will be
the
equal.
one?
Yes. Yes,
No.
yes.
This was
Minus.
one. I forgot a one there.
Okay.
Okay. Continue. The
Our dv dx
VDX.
will be equal to 12x squared minus 24,400x plus 6,240,000. Then we know that for maximum or minimum, our dv dx is always equal to 0. So we equate our dv dx to 0. So we realize the quadratic equation. So we divide throughout by 12. Oh, teacher, it does not go throughout by 12.
Okay. Yeah, but still, those people who are dividing, you make sure that here you don't write in decimal points. You leave it as a fraction. Okay.
Should we first reduce it a bit?
I think we can go direct, but it is okay to reduce. There's no problem. But allow me that we go direct. So that's why you'll be getting the answers. And here, please, members, let me hope each one of you here on the call, you know how to use your calc to solve these equations. Yeah, let me hope you know how to use a calc to solve. I'm going to request someone who has this calc and you can turn on your video because I wouldn't want to assume that everyone knows. Someone who has a calc and you can show us how to place it on the calc, you could raise up the hand and you help us. Baswali, you can give us, allow me, just give us the final answers here. Members I know can calculate and finish that. Yes.
Okay.
Yes, John, let me ask John. John?
Yes, sir.
Yes.
Good morning.
Morning.
I think I'm going to show for guys how to press it on Tally.
Okay, let me now first sharing.
I think, is it appearing?
Yes, but I think there is a lot of darkness, but it's okay. I
But
don't
now
know.
let me just explain to them.
Okay, it's okay.
Yeah. For example, if you have a calc, you go to the button called mode. In mode, you press again. When you press, you find equation and you press 1. After pressing it, will give you an unknown 2 and 3. Now, if you have this Casio 911 FX, now you go to replay. You press in this side. You press, then to take it to 2 degrees. Now, in 2 degrees, because it is quadratic equation, now we press 2. Immediately you find that it will give us a question mark. And there now you enter your values. You enter the value of a or x, like the coefficient of x squared. Now you fix. After entering, you press equal sign. Our x value there we have is 12. You press equal sign, and then b value there is negative 24,400. You press equal sign, and then you enter your c, which is 6,240. 6,240. That's 6,240,000. Then you press your equal sign, it will give us the x1 value and then x2 value. That is how we press it in Kali.
Okay, what do we have?
The first x value is 1,733.33 recurring.
Okay, give it to us in fraction.
Let me try to do it. But the
Okay.
second x value is 300.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Thank you.
Welcome. And
Thank
sir,
you,
I need to inquire something.
Yes.
Yeah, I know it is not related to math, but I've been having some confusions about GP project. Other people are saying that it is cancelled, what, and me exactly, I don't know.
Okay, I'm going to respond at the end of this session.
Okay.
Okay. Prima, is it a question? Prima? Okay. Okay. Baswali, we can continue?
With the final answers.
Oh, yes, we have got the final answers. Okay. Now,
Okay.
after...
Yes, that one is the first answer for X and this one the second answer.
Okay.
But then we go back and substitute when X is equal to 300 and we see the certain value we shall obtain.
Okay. Now, we need now to test which of these values is going, because when you have storage, you want to maximize something, not to minimize, because you want to ensure that whatever thing you have is being maximized. So you need to test out these two values, but you are going to allow me, I'll test one only. And when you are testing, you could use the sign change approach. So if I come here, I'll have my gradient. Here I'm looking at my gradient, which is my dvdx. So which value are we looking out for? Remember, you have your left, you have your right, and then you have your our gradient. So what you do, you pick any value on the left of 300. The way you look at a number line, any value below 300 is okay, it can work. Though you could get values that are very close to less than 300, but take an example. Me, I can pick 0 because it is on the left. So when you place 0 in here, this is going to be 0, 0, and here you get a positive. So here I'm going to get a positive. When I place it here, I'm getting a 0. When I go to the right hand, and here you place in your 300 here, you place x is equal to 300. When it comes to the right, put any value. Take an example, you put in 1000, any value to the right. So when you put any value to the right, you are going to get your answer when it is a negative. So you can test and see. Now, when you check here, you notice that this is a positive gradient. It is like that. This is a 0 gradient, and then this is. So you check out, you will notice that your 300 is the one that is yielding for you the maximum. When you try to test out this second value here, you will notice that it is giving you it's going to give you a minimum. So that one you do not consider. So for this case, I'm going to go with 300 because it gives me a maximum value. So since now we have obtained our maximum value, you ask yourself, what next? It means that here, the space or the value of x which will maximize is going to be 300. But what is the maximum volume that this particular box can take on? So I'll come and say our maximum volume. I will substitute, so I will say 4 into 300 cubed minus 1200 into 300 squared, then plus 624,000 times here. Remember, you are substituting into the original, then times your 300. Members, could you place your calculators and we get what is that maximum volume that our box can hold? Yes, Linda. So, Linda.
Master,
Yes.
for me, I was just requesting, where you started from up to this step of the VDX. I've not understood that very well, so I wanted you to pardon me.
Which part, Linda?
That here, starting from this part of 4,800 up to that part of the V, the X over is equal to 12.
Did you pick from here?
Yeah.
And this step is okay?
Yeah, you can begin from this step of that one.
Which step?
The third step.
This step. Now here what we did, Linda, we first opened up these two brackets, this bracket and this bracket. Now when you are opening, this 480 multiplies here. This 400 also multiplies here. Also here, this multiplies here, and also this multiplies here. Like the way you open up like x plus 2 into x plus 3, the way you open up. So you first get this x, multiply it by this bracket. It becomes x into x plus 3. Then what is here also multiplies this bracket plus 2 into x plus 3. Is that fine now? So what you do now next is, now we went on and now started opening. This times this, you get this. This times this, you get this. This times this, you get this. This times this, but this was negative times a negative, you get a positive. So that's what we got. Then the next step was collecting like terms. Now this and this is the negative and the negative. It's like saying negative 1 minus 1 is negative 2. So when you get those two negatives, we ended up with this. Now, however, we always were expanding this, but there was this x. So you bring back the x here. So when you multiply x here, this one is going to become x, this one is going to become x squared, this one is going to become x cubed. But when you are arranging your quadratic, you could arrange it in descending order from the highest power to the lowest power. So that's why here we started with 4x cubed, followed by this, followed by this. Is it fine? Not yet.
It's fine.
Now the next one is we differentiate. How do you differentiate this, Alinda?
Differentiating that. dvdx.
So what do you get when you differentiate this?
You drop the power. You multiply it by 4, it becomes 12. Then you subtract the power by 1.
So this becomes 12x squared, right?
Mm.
And then also here you do the same, drop the power, multiply it here, reduce the power. Here this was power 1, drop the power, reduce by 1. Is it now clear?
Yeah.
Okay.
Thank you.
Okay. People are getting 882 billion. From what I'm seeing in the chat, 882 billion. 882, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. Is it billion, million?
It is 882 millions.
Million, right?
Yes.
Okay. Yes. And Baswali will tell people that in million, we don't put S. That's what I was told. We
It is
say
a true million.
it is true.
Yes.
Okay. Now someone is asking the testing. Now when it comes to the testing, you are going to have your value. This is the 300 you want to test. You are going to pick, this is your left hand and this is the right hand. Pick one value. Remember you are filling in this formula of dvdx, which we had as 12x squared minus 24400x, then plus 624000. Now fill in a value on the left of 300. Always we advise get values that are a bit close. But when you get any value, let me say I've used the 0. Me, I've wanted is 0. So this becomes 0 minus 0 plus 624. 0, ta, 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 ta. Now here your answer will be 6240, which is positive. So here I'm going to put a positive. When you put 300, you'll get your 0. On the right, get a value above 300. Let me say you have got 1000, whatever thing you put. Now when you get a value that is above, what do you get? But like I've advised, get a value that is a bit close to that. So when you get a value, let me say a value like what? Which value am I using? Let me start with 400. Let me say you have used 400. It will be 12 times 400 squared minus 24400 times 400, then plus 6240000. Something like that. Then for you, you put it there and then see what you end up with. So when I put 400, I'm getting negative 1.60000. And here, I'll put a negative. So a positive gradient looks like this. 0 gradient and then a negative. Let me hope it is now clear when it comes to testing.
Excuse me, teacher.
Yes.
Such a number came in our workisha, but I forgot to test in this way. Now, what I did, my values of x, those two corresponding values, I just say that when x is equal to this, I substituted in the original formula for the volume. I obtained the volume. I also substituted for the other x. Then I judged based on the one which gives me the more. Is it also okay that?
Or is shoulder testing? Shoulder testing, you may be lucky that both of the values will show you. But you need to ask to be mathematically, like you need to use the mathematical reasoning why you have chosen that. So always better, I advise you test. Next time you may get a positive and a negative, and all of them may give you different things. Yeah.
Okay, thank you, teacher.
Okay. So after getting the maximum value, we are going to go back to the scenario. So they told us that in the shoe manufacturing section has, so we have finished the first part here. So we are going to go to the second part. The second part of the item told us that the management observes that T hours after production begins, the instantaneous rate of shoe production is given by this. Now, when you read through, they have told us that the production is represented by P. Now, how do you get? So it means that our rate of change, rate of shoe production, which is this, is given by T squared E 0.01 T. That is what has been given to us. What do you do? Now, when you check out this number, here you are going to, in order for us to get the production unit, you are going to go on and solve this one using your knowledge of using your knowledge of integration. So what are you going to do? So we shall say that the P is equal to T squared E 0.01 T, then times our dt. So we are going to integrate. So we shall integrate this side, integrate this side. Now this side we shall remain with our P integral of T squared E 0.01 T times dt. Now what are you noticing? You notice that what you are going to integrate has two functions. Since it has two functions, it is calling in for integration by parts. Now, here you are going to use integration by parts. Now you are going to ask yourself that under integration by parts, which function is going to be our u and what is going to be our dv? When you look at these two functions, friends, what is your u and v? Put for me in the chat, what is your u and what is your v? Now here, you cannot separate the variable. Oh, okay. Hey, you may not be able to separate the T and the E because all of them have the T. So Emma is saying U is T squared. Matovu, the same. Good. U is T. Very good. So our U here is going to be our T squared. And our dV is going to be E 0.01 T. So we start. Our du dt is going to be our 2T. And our v here, you know when you are integrating an exponential, we shall differentiate what we have in the power here. So we shall say 1 out of 0.01. Then we go on and multiply by the original thing. But I want to bring to your attention that 1 divided by 0.01. Place it on your calc. What is 1 divided by 0.01? Is everyone getting what I'm getting? This is 100e 0.01t, and that's going to be my v. What do you remember? You know very that uv minus integral of v, the u, the t, then times our dt. That is our integration by parts. So our u is t squared times our v, which is going to be 100e 0.01t minus integral our v, which is 100 e 0.01t, then times our du dt, which is 2 dt. So here at this step, I'll have 100 t squared e 0.01t minus 100 times this, we shall end up with 200 t into e 0.01t. Now, that is going to be our first step. But I'm seeing a hand from Arnold. Arnold and iPhone. Is there any problem? Are we okay?
Yes, sir. No,
Yes.
sir.
Okay.
Sir, on the part
Yes.
where they say T represents the number of shoes produced.
Yes.
And again, they say now when they say the rate of production, I thought that's P represents. I know what P represents exactly.
P represents the production, the number of shoes produced. So P is the production.
Oh, okay. P is the production.
Yes, P is
And
the
then
production.
But at this, I thought like the variables
T
right now, T they say it's the
is
number of
the
shoes.
hours. T is the
Oh.
time. Like if you are to produce 500 shoes, now P represents like the number of shoes you are going to be able to produce. Then T represents the time you are going to take to produce them.
Okay.
It's clear? Okay. Yes, morning.
Mr. Kaziba.
Yes.
My inquiry was on the first part, but is it okay if I can ask after you're done with this one?
It is okay. Hope we shall not forget. It is okay.
Yes, sir. Okay.
Okay. If your background is okay, you could leave your microphone open.
Okay.
Okay. So then I'll have an integral here of 200. This was what? 200t e 0.01 of t dt. Now, what are you not seeing? You are not seeing that still here there are two functions, t and e. So still you apply your knowledge. Which knowledge are you going to apply? You are going now to still apply your knowledge. Allow me to. Okay, you still apply your knowledge of the thing. So now here your u can be t and your dv is going to be e 0.01 t. So here your u, the t is going to be 1. Your v here is going to be 1 out of 0.01 e of 0.01 t. So here we shall end up with 100 e 0.01 t. So you come back and substitute. So we are going to have 100 t squared e 0.01 t minus, put a big bracket, your u times the v, which is 100, but put a big bracket. But I want to bring to your attention this 200. Allow me to put the 200 here. 100t e 0.01t minus now the integral of our v, which is now 100 e 0.01t times our du dt, which is 1, then times that t. So when we open, we shall end up with 100t squared E 0.01t minus 200 times this is 2000 t E 0.01t. Negative and negative will yield a plus. Plus 200 times there is that 100 integral of E 0.01t. That's what now we have. Now what we have is to integrate that. So I'm going to come and say this is 100t squared is 0.01t minus 200,000 of t e 0.01t plus this is going to be 200,000 then times when you integrate this you get this then times the original function of t. But when you look at our function here, they told us that what are we integrating? They told us that they want us to, after 120 hours of continuous production. Now that's what we are going. That means that our production here, it was starting from 0 to 120 hours. So you are going to allow me that we are going to first write this as 100t squared into E001t minus 200,000 of TE 0.01t. Then 200,000 times that, I think that is going to be, it's going to be 0.000, then times the original thing, which is 0.01t. Now, you are going to substitute in your 0 and 120. So when I substitute in 120, substitute it for me. You substitute in your 0 and 120, and then tell me what answer you are getting. Substitute and see which answer you are getting. Okay. Abby, have you got the answer? Abby, have you got the answer?
Yeah, good morning.
Yes, morning.
I have a question about the previous part. What if you're like when you're testing, you get a point of inflection? How do you conclude?
Oh, in case you get a point of inflection. Now there, I would advise that when you are using this first approach of testing,
Yes.
now I would advise that you first go on and use the second derivative also first. In case both confirm, then you need to ask yourself, what does the point of inflection mean? Would you be knowing what it means?
All I know is supposed to get a positive, a 0, then another positive, or the opposite.
Or like I'm saying, when they talk about point of inflection, do you know what it means?
No.
Okay. Now, the point of inflection, in case that's what you have got, it means because that one happens when the curve doesn't have a maximum and doesn't have a minimum. That point where the concavity, we call it the concavity, changes up and down, of the vice versa. So now for that one, that means you will conclude that there is no, you have not obtained the what? The maximum or the minimum, because the point of inflection doesn't give you maximum or minimum. But that one, I want you have to first confirm using the second derivative. So you first continue using the second derivative. If you get 0, if you continue for the second derivative and things are still not changing, you are getting the same, then that means it does not have. So at that point, you conclude that you don't have anything like maximum or minimum. Okay, let me hope members are getting some answers. I want to look at the answer. Okay, hope my screen is back. So please, I want to see the answer. Feel free to put for us the answer you have. Okay, I'm looking through the chat. I want to see. Feel free to put your answer. I don't want to. Okay. You want me to put my answer and you compare? Okay, I've seen someone. Ramia Cheyune has got something close to what I have. Eke has got exactly what I have. Juko, we have had at least a lesson about permutation and combination. So kindly just revisit one of the videos. We had some session on permutations and combination. So for me, I'm getting this like one of you. Yeah, this is what I'm getting. Uh, okay. So please check out whether that's what we are getting. Check out whether that's what. Do we have that? Okay. Now, I'm going to use what I have here to continue. But you'll confirm whether you get that. Remember, you have to place it very well on your calc. The same. Alinda says the same as well. Alinda, for her, she's getting given a 7. The same. Good. Now, but remember, these are shoes being produced. Now, what does it mean? This is where you need to think. Now, members, which shoes are we going to consider? Because we can't have 0.6. So, what should be our conclusion for the number of shoes here? You tell me. What is going to be the number of shoes we are going to consider? I want your answers. What is going to be the number of shoes we need to consider? Some Kulaish is saying we consider 1529. Now, members, we have two answers. Answer A is saying 1452921. Answer B is saying 1452922. So, members, you choose either A or B. Tell us A or B. Okay. Now, I'm going now for me, mine is also I'm going to agree with the people of A. But why? I don't know who can give us the why. John, are you giving us the why or iPhone? Or Arnold? Arnold, you could also, or Mr. Short. Why would you say A or a B?
No, so for me, I
Yes.
just wanted to ask you. I wanted to ask which mock body this is.
This one I don't know, but I think I picked it from page something. But yes.
Can you please take to the question part so that I can take some screenshots?
Okay, I'm going to display the whole paper at the end.
Okay, sir.
Okay, you remind me. But I think it was a resourceful mock for one of the schools.
Teacher,
Yes.
for me, I would concur with the one which lasts with one because there's no way you can round the uncompleted shoe to a complete shoe. So I would truncate that 0.6.
Okay, very good. Davis, the same?
Yeah, teacher, me also would take A because for some things like shoes, there is no way you will borrow the other material to make it. So you have to take the one which is complete, and someone cannot put on an incomplete shoe.
Okay, very good. Kulaish, the same?
Yes, sir.
Oh, okay. Okay. So here, the
No,
best
for me,
answer.
what I want to explain here, it is that
Yes.
if you're having the number of shoes for the certain area, I can't make to increase the number of shoes I can bring. For example, the 1452922 shoes. So the person who is going to put on the other shoe that is maybe a half is able to put on another shoe. So not to truncate as others have been doing.
Okay. Now, remember you are producing the shoes. You are producing the shoes. Now, this point something, it means that something is not yet complete fully. And there is any way you are going to sell to a customer something that is not complete. It may be maybe the material was not enough, maybe the material they had for production got finished, something like that. So here, the best conclusion would have made would have been this. So this one is more practical. So here you will now conclude and say 152921 shoes. Those are their thing. But they told you that each of the shoes was occupying a volume of 530. So you need to ask yourself, what volume was being occupied by the shoes? So I'm going to say occupied the volume occupied by the shoes. So I'm going to come and say each shoe was occupying 530 times 1,452,921. So when you get that answer and we multiply 530 times 1,452,921, you end up with 770,048 1 erase 0. And this one being volume, you check out. In case that they gave us units cubic. So here we shall come and say our volume being occupied by the shoes is this. Now, when you look at the problem that was in the scenario, they wanted us to help the manufacturing find out whether the metal box has sufficient capacity to store all the shoes. Meaning that now you are going to look at the maximum volume that the box had and compare with the volume of the shoes that you were the volume being occupied by the shoes. So here, when you come back, our volume we got for the box was what? Was this. So you're going to compare the 882 million, this volume, you're going to compare this volume here. Was this volume, members, was this money? This was not money. Allow me to, I think, let me get back a bit. Was it money? No, these were cubic centimeters. I don't know why I put million. Oh, I don't know why I put million, but this was cubic. I don't know why I put million. Okay, now you're going to compare, I think. Okay. Oh, okay. I think I've got it. I think someone was telling us it is 82 million. Okay. Now you're going to compare this volume we have here with the volume we have got. So when you compare the two with this volume we have obtained here, which is 882 million, you compare. This is the volume for the box, and this is the volume being occupied by the shoes. Members in the chat, you tell me, is it enough? Not. You say it is enough or not, depending on what you see. Is it enough? It is enough. Very good. So here you now conclude that the box or the metal box being made has enough space to accommodate all you put the number of shoes or the shoes being occupied, and even we shall have a space of this and this. So that is how you conclude. Even you could go on and say, even it will have a spare space of this and this. Okay, so that's how you could attempt such a number. Then someone was asked, where did the 2x come from? Now that person who asked about where the 2x came from, it came from here. At first, you had a flat box, a flat sheet of paper, and you had to cut squares at the corners. A square has equal length, equal length, equal length, equal length, this side equal length. Now, when you check here, from here up to here, you have x. From here up to here, you also have what? X. So x plus x gives you 2x. Now, if from here up to here, let me say it was 5. This space that remains here, you will get your 5 minus 2x. So that's where the 2x came from for the length and then from the width. Okay, back to Arnold. Arnold, ask.
Mr. Kaziba.
Yes.
My question actually also the same where you were.
Oh, I go back. I go back. Okay.
Yes. I just wanted to like get a more insight into attaining attaining the especially the height.
Okay. Arnold, could you be having a paper where you are?
Yes.
Could you turn on your camera? Is it possible? Or not? Now, Arnold, what you are going to do for us, you get for us a paper. Let me spotlight you. Let me spot, Now, what you are going to do, Arnold, you tear for us in the corner of that paper, like a square in one corner, yes. Tear, a square, even in the other corner, all the corners. Okay, So, very good. So, Arnold, now you are going to fold for us that paper.
Fold it.
You are going to fold for us that paper. You are going to fold it to form for us a box. So you fold, are you seeing, you are going to fold it. Now, when you are folding, are you seeing your width for the paper? Width for
Yes.
that paper.
This one.
You fold it. Yes, the whole width from one corner to another. Let me see. You need to show us. Not like that. Arnold, I want you fold. Are you seeing where you are
My
touching
boss
on?
is funny.
Okay, let me first mute these people. Arnold, are you seeing
Yes.
where you are touching?
Yes.
And this side, you touch also this other side. I don't know that the other hand is touching them. You fold that side alone. Fold it up.
Like this.
No, no, no. I want to, you fold it width-wise, the way it was. Not like that. There is a, fold it width-wise. Not like that. I, who
Something
is
like
that?
this.
Let me say, not like that. I want you fold, you open it again. Open it again. You have opened, yeah?
Yes.
Now, I want you to touch one part you have removed. Are you seeing one part you have removed? There. Also this side down where you are touching. Are you seeing where you are touching? Now,
Yes.
you draw. Are you seeing where your finger is? Fold
Yes.
only that part. Fold only that part. Not like, no, not like that. Fold it like,
I
be
like
like
to see
flipping it.
this.
Let me see.
Something like this.
Not like that. It should be lengthwise. It
Length.
should.
Mm.
Uh, yeah. No, no, no. Let me see. Arnold, I want
Yes.
you to fold it. I want you to hold in one corner and the other corner. Then you fold it in this, I don't know which form. Like, I want you to, it should be flat. I don't know. Arnold. Okay, Arnold, open it. Let me now tell you. I want you open it again. I want you to get one square. Are you seeing where you have cut the square?
Yes, yeah.
That side. You draw a ruler, draw a line from that corner to this corner. Straight. Draw a straight, and then you first show me. Let me. Now, I want you to fold that line now. Just flip the other part, and you show us what you have. Let me see what you have. Very good. Do the same the other side. Still draw a line. Also, you fold it. Good. Also do it the other side. You have completed.
Yes, let me finish up.
Okay. Arnold, which figure are you forming, roughly?
More of a cuboid.
You show us and we look at it. Now, can you locate where X is? Arnold, could you show us where X is on your figure? Good. Very good. We are seeing. So where is X?
Here.
Here. Very good. So you could ask now.
So teacher, so I think I'm trying to search your meaning. So like the experts which were cut out, the height, that's where the height comes out, right?
Yes.
Then in order to attain the width, we get we get the original or something like the original width. We subtract minus twice the X parts which were cut, this here and here. I hope you can see here and here. Then for the
Yes.
length, the same idea is implemented, if I'm not mistaken. Yes.
Okay. For the length, open for us. For the length, and we see where was it cut?
First cuts. I don't know if you can be seen around
Yes,
here.
we can see it.
More length here, I think.
Yes.
Yes.
Like this, horizontally, right?
Yes, yes.
Then where is the second X?
I think it's in this corner.
Yes. Yes. Perfect.
Yes,
Okay.
sir. Thank you,
Yes.
teacher.
Okay. 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 Thank you, Arnold. Okay. 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 I think we are good to go. I'm not saying we shall end here for now. Now, what are we going to do? Now, tomorrow, someone was asking me about GP. Let me answer. Sema, come first. And
Morning,
then
sir.
Joram. Yes, good morning.
For me, my question is about there's drafts moving around of the UNEP timetable. Are they
The draft?
legit?
Okay, I will send you the draft number 3. I will send it on the group.
Also, I saw it. I just want to confirm. Is the math paper
Oh,
going to be for 2 hours and a half or 3 hours?
okay. I'm going to send because that discussion has not yet been concluded on. So I'll send and then you'll confirm. But when you are preparing, you prepare around 2.5. Then in case they increase the hours, then you use the other 30 minutes to look through your work.
Okay, sir.
Okay.
Good morning.
Yes, good morning.
Master, I was asking, tomorrow are we going to start it because the timetable you sent in the group, the link there has indicated the 28th today.
Okay. I'm going to respond to that.
Okay.
Okay. Okay. Then, Joram?
Yes,
Yes?
Master, I'm requesting for your response.
Now what we are going to do, tomorrow we are going to meet. We are going to meet tomorrow and Sunday. We are going to meet on those 2 days. Now, those 2 days, however, we are not going to look at math. We are going to look at general paper. And now, where am I going to concentrate? I'm going to concentrate on the research proposal. We shall not look at on the other first number, but we shall concentrate on the research proposal. But we shall maintain the time for 30. Yeah.
Okay, Master, then next week.
Next week, I'm still debating about it because senior force also want some support. So I'm going to check out and weigh the two options.
Okay, sir.
Okay.
Master,
So
the
I
last
think
one.
okay.
Master, how can I get physics online study like this?
It is a bit tough. It's a bit tough because the unfortunate bit, the whole of my day is always occupied, and I'm still failing to get someone who can support you now. But like I promised, once teachers get back from the retooling section, we shall have some sessions. Those of geography, at least we have had some sessions on geography. For geography, we could get someone to support. Then ent and economics, kindly you wait when teachers return next week. When teachers return next week, at least we shall have a session on economics and ent next week because they'll come back with good updates for us. So that one, we shall meet next week. But for physics, kindly you be utilizing those papers I send with the guides. Then for guides, use them to guide you very well. Not everything you may see in the guide is okay, but utilize them. Chemistry, we have had chemistry and biology. And we shall get some more sessions next week. Next week, we shall have lessons. We are likely to extend the week to complete that week next week. Okay, so let me wish you a good day. Kindly continue practicing. Oh, no, I think I had promised to show you. Sorry, I had promised.
Sir,
I
before you
had
go,
promised to. Yes,
good morning, sir.
yes, good morning.
I would like to appreciate you for the service, sir, because you have really helped us.
I'm so humbled.
Sir, I would like you to share us with that question, with that paper which you have discussing.
Yes, that's what I'm going to do. I'm displaying my screen now.
Thank you,
Okay,
sir. May God bless
please,
you.
you could take a screenshot.
Teacher, and
Yes.
I request you share reshare for physics as well.
Okay, I'll share in the group.
Thank you.
Okay.
But the screen is not clear.
The screen is not clear.
Yes.
You are not seeing the question.
They are faint.
Oh, members, is it faint? Or you can see it? You take, but I will do what? I'll reshare in the group. But those who are not there, for in case. So that's how it looks like. I'm going to continue. That was item number 2. This was item number 3. Can take a screenshot. Then this is item number 4, the one we have done. Okay. Then this was item number 5. Okay. Okay. So thank you so much. Let's meet tomorrow. We shall only talk about GP. In case time allows, I will send today. Some. There is someone who sent me JEB. If you could kindly resend it, the questions for GP of JEB, if you could send it, kindly send it. Yeah. Okay. So tomorrow we shall look at different mock bodies and we shall mainly concentrate on that research proposal. Thank you and have a good day. Bye-bye. Oh, okay, but I've seen a hand here. I think I've never heard from Van. Van Abigail?
Thank you, teacher, for the opportunity. I just wanted to ask about the groups, because I realized there are different groups: holistic e-learning platform, group A, group B. I think was me. I'm in B, and I have a friend in D. So there was a time when I missed a lesson and I really wanted to find the recording. So we were waiting for it, me and my friend. So she told me she received the recording, but I didn't. So could there be a possibility that there is a difference in the groups, or the groups are the same, just that sometimes not all information is sent to all the groups?
Okay, now the groups are the same, but I think sometimes I may just forget to send on one of the groups. But what you do, for you always come here on this holistic e-learning platform. Sometimes I may not send at all. Now I think recently I've not been able to send. But whatever lessons we do have, I always upload them here. I've not yet uploaded yesterday's lessons, but I'll upload them today. But whatever lesson we have, I send them here. The only thing now I have is that the time, but I upload them. So for you, once you have this, you just come and check under videos. You'll be able to get them. It is only biology that I didn't upload because it was 10 hours plus. I didn't upload it. Okay. Okay. I think math collection questions, I'm going to share them around 8. Load data around 8. I will share even mock papers, God willing. I'll share them around that time. Those who are not on the group, the link has been shared on here, so you could use that.